Hi, my name is Sarah Rule, and I am your everyday bird lover and bird owner, and this is my co-pilot, Cookie. Being a bird owner can be very rewarding. However, there are a lot of things to be considered before you buy or adopt a bird. Unfortunately, not being aware about the needs and lifestyles of birds is a problem that many people share. This is a huge reason as why we have so many in sanctuaries waiting to be adopted. I believe that through education and awareness, we can prepare people before they get a bird, and I am confident that this will help lower the number of birds that are mistreated and abandoned. Many people are attached to the beauty of parrots. What they don't realize is that most are loud, messy, and have an everlasting personality of a toddler. Not all sanctuary birds are abused. However, they form a strong bond with someone and are given up, and that may form trust issues from the feeling of abandonment. According to the Midwest Avian Adoption and Rescue Services, these are the top 10 reasons why birds are surrendered. Number 10 is vet bills. Most people do not consider the cost of a vet bill for an annual exam. For Cookie, it starts off as $90. Number 9 is divorce. Not many people plan on getting a divorce. 8 is death. Usually people do not include their birds in their will, and unfortunately with the long lifespans of birds, which can range anywhere from 20 to 50 years and up, they need to be included, otherwise sometimes they're left in an unstable environment. 7 is too many birds. Birds can become very addicting, especially with their lovely personalities. So some people are forced to give up their birds because they just have too many. Number 6 is retirement. 5 is illness or allergies. Some birds, like cockatiels or cockatoos, have a dusty film that triggers allergies or asthma. 4 is aggressive or loud behavior. Birds can form bad behaviors like cage aggression, especially if they're not out as frequent as they should be. Also, many birds are noisy. They love to be social and express their feelings. 3 is moving. Birds can become very stressed out when they're moving, and sometimes their attitudes or personalities may change in that time period. And people just don't understand that, and sometimes they don't like that personality. 2, birds don't like the family member, or the family member doesn't like the bird. Birds are exactly like people sometimes, and sometimes they just don't like you, or sometimes they do. On a side note, you should always make sure that you talk to your family or whoever you live with before you end up getting a bird, so you're on the same page and they understand the requirements that it is to keep a bird. And number 1 is a newborn baby. Having your first child is a huge life-changing event, and parents feel that birds could potentially harm the baby. So, in return, they end up surrendering their bird. These are contributing factors to the massive amount of birds that are placed in sanctuaries. The loud and aggressive behavior is sometimes frustrating to deal with. That leads to abuse and eventually abandonment. This goes back to being educated and aware about the bird behaviors. I think that if you're an experienced bird owner, you should strongly consider adopting a bird. There are thousands that need loving homes and someone to teach them that they can trust. Parrots.com states that there are an estimated between 10 to 17 million exotic birds in the homes in the U.S. If less than 1% of these parrots need to be rehomed, that already brings the number to 100,000 birds. The sad truth is that there are not enough sanctuaries to take in the birds. That is why we need to take action now. I became very aware of this after I volunteered at Feathered Friends Sanctuary located in Edgerton, Wisconsin. They had so many cockatoos that they had to stop accepting anymore at this time. These birds really need homes, and while some carry heavy baggage from abuse, there are others given up on a less stressful circumstance, making them much easier to work with in the long run. After my visit, I made a website called rescuebirds.weebly.com. Even though it is a work in progress, it is to help raise awareness of the abuse and issues of parrots. I also filed an adoption application out for a bare-eyed cockatoo named Coco. I plan on visiting for 2 days and staying overnight to work with Coco, so the sanctuary and I know we are a good match in the long run. If you plan on adopting a bird, or if you have a bird already, something that the Landing Parrot Sanctuary said, and that I absolutely love this phrase because it is so true. Please keep this in mind. Your bird loves you, your bird counts on you and needs you. Whenever you leave for even just a day, he waits for you in hopes that you come back.